Importance of medical terminology in healthcare. Uses of medical terminology in the healthcare industry. Communication. Medical terminology creates strong and easy communication between professionals. It breaks down large sums of information into medical terms or abbreviations. This helps shorten the time of recording or documenting patients' data, which can lead to faster diagnoses and treatments. Efficiency. By even just reading a single medical term, healthcare professionals can know exactly what is wrong and what part of the body it is affecting, and this helps with conducting a faster treatment plan for patients. One example is hyperkalemia. This is a potassium level that is higher than normal. The arrow below shows how the word is broken down. Medical terminology in professions. All professionals in the healthcare field use medical terminology. One in particular is a physician assistant. Students complete a total of over 2,000 hours of clinical rotation in family medicine, internal medicine, emergency medicine, pediatrics, general surgery, psychiatry, obstetrics, and gynecology. Their main duties include reviewing patients' medical histories, examining patients, diagnosing and treating illnesses, and ordering and interpreting laboratory tests. Physician assistants are able to take information provided by patients and based on their own knowledge and medical terminology to test for diagnosis, then choose the correct treatment plan for the patient. For example, if a patient is showing symptoms of strep throat or tonsillitis, the physician assistants would confirm their theory by performing a rapid strep test, a throat culture, or both. If the patient's history states this is a recurring condition, the physician assistant might suggest for the patient to get a tonsectomy, which is a surgical removal of the tonsils. Ectomy is a suffix meaning surgical removal. Otherwise, the physician assistant will most likely prescribe the patient an antibiotic like penicillin or amoxicillin. Another profession that uses medical terminology consistently is a medical transcriptionist. They listen to voice recordings from physicians and other healthcare workers and convert them into written reports. They interpret medical terminology and abbreviations in preparing patients' medical histories, discharge summaries, and other documents. Successful medical transcriptionists need to have knowledge of medical terminology, anatomy and physiology, grammar, and word processing software. Medical transcriptionists need to pay close attention to details. There are many medical terms that look or sound very similar. Two terms that sound alike are oral and oral. Oral means pertaining to the ear, while oral means pertaining to the mouth. Even if a small mistake is made with a term and it gets spoken, documented, or recorded incorrectly on a patient's chart, it could lead to inaccurate diagnoses or treatments that could end up harming the patient. Registered nurses are highly educated in medical terminology as well. In all nursing education programs, students take courses in anatomy, physiology, microbiology, chemistry, nutrition, psychology, and other social and behavioral sciences. They assess patients' conditions, record patients' medical histories and symptoms, observe patients and record the observations, administer patients' medicines and treatments, consult with doctors and other healthcare professionals, operate and monitor medical equipment, help perform diagnostic tests and analyze the results, and educate patients on how to treat their illness or injury. Since registered nurses care for and record symptoms, they need to have a full grasp on medical terms. One of their many duties might include checking patients' vital signs. Vital signs are measurements of the body's most basic functions. The four main vital signs that are routinely monitored are body temperature, heart rate or pulse, respiration rate, and blood pressure. When nurses document this information, they will use the abbreviations for a quicker process. Physician assistants, medical transcriptionists, and registered nurses are just a few of the many professions that use medical terminology every day. Without medical terminology, it would make their responsibilities and duties more difficult and less efficient. There will be new conditions, diseases, and cases to be discovered in the future, And with medical terminology, it makes it easier to come up with an appropriate name to help those in the healthcare field have a better understanding of what the term means.